Hi, welcome to a very special Thanksgiving edition of Rabbi K's Cuts. On this Thanksgiving, while certainly I'm grateful for all the wonderful gifts and blessings in my life, family and friends, and an incredible job that allows me to make an impact every day, I'd like to focus on another dimension for which I'm grateful. Perhaps a bit surprising, one we don't often associate with gratitude because perhaps we take it for granted. But in light of recent worldwide events, from the bombing in Paris to the ongoing wave of terror in the Holy Land, I'm forced to stop and think for a moment and be grateful for my values. We take for granted that we value life, that we believe every human life is sacred, that murder is not a solution, whether of political expediency or of religious import. And yet there are many places in the world where that is not the case, where those values aren't a given. And I'm grateful on this Thanksgiving, even if sometimes we suffer pain and tragedy because of these values, I'm grateful nonetheless that these are our values. It's fascinating if you look throughout world history. One can argue that it is the Jewish people who introduced this sense of a moral conscience to the world. Certainly, if you look at the upcoming holiday of Hanukkah, Hanukkah is all about the triumph of Jewish values, the light that we spread to the world, the idea that the human being again is sacred, is not just a physical body, and there's something more to existence, and that we utilize this world to elevate that physical experience to a spiritual realm. I'm grateful for that mindset that I've been given through my religion, and as well for the ability to practice that in this country, here in America. When we're faced with difficult times like we are right now, gratitude is very important. And it's also important to understand how we should respond. And we look at this week's Torah portion. When we see Jacob is preparing to fight with Esau, what does he do? He does three things. Number one, he prepares for battle. Number two, he prepares a gift, a tribute for his brother. And number three, he prays. All three of these elements are so important. And we are very blessed if we talk about, again, gratitude. We have an Israeli Defense Force that does physically protect the land of Israel. And we have a political establishment that, to the best of their ability, and it's rarely easy, does what they can in the political realm, in the form of tributes, in the form of negotiations. But ultimately, what's our part? Our part is the prayer. To be able to focus on thinking about and praying for the world, peace in the world, and the Holy Land. On this Thanksgiving, as I again reflect on my gratitude for this wonderful faith into which I've been born, and this wonderful country which allows us to practice that faith, my prayer is that this concept, this light that the Jews have always brought into the world, should spread more and more. It's needed now more than ever. And we should be able to realize an existence in which all of humanity shares in these values of the sacredness of life, the beauty of the human spirit, the elevation of the human soul. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and God bless all of you.